Weminuche Wilderness, the largest wilderness area in Colorado, and we're barely gonna scratch the surface of it.
I think I can say this is one of the most beautiful places I've been to in Colorado.
Oh man, this is gonna be brutal.
We heard that there was aggressive marmots in this area. Had no idea how aggressive they are.
Get me out of here right now.
On our final days in the Weminuche Wilderness, we set our sights on summiting some of Colorado's most remote and challenging peaks. With time running out, unpredictable weather closing in, and some added pressure from the wilderness's boldest residents, nothing goes quite as we planned. Will we make it out with our goals and gear intact?
All right, we're all packed up, just about ready to get going. Leaving Sunlight. It's kind of bittersweet leaving Sunlight Lake behind. I actually like it here quite a bit.
Yeah, we had a nice camp. Had some marmots terrorizing us, absolutely obliterating my poles, his shoes.
Yeah.
His hat got some bites on it. A marmot bit his shoe.
I got bit by a marmot. I'll have
with the shoe on, so.
Don't say it like that, that makes it sound less cool.
I tried fishing yesterday, nothing really, but now we're ready. We've done our morning tasks. It's 8:56. 9 o'clock was the planned exit, so that's good. Today, we're leaving Sunlight Basin. I could honestly stay here a whole week and just climb all these peaks. Just looking at Jagged Peak and Gray Needle. It's beautiful. But now we're gonna head up towards the junction to Jagged Pass around Leviathan. We may stop at Leviathan Lake for a little bit if we're making good time. And then we're gonna try and skirt some of the needle numbered mountains and get to 10 Mile Creek.
Wish they had names. The 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of, we need to name them while we're out here.
But yeah, so we're gonna head there and maybe climb a mountain or two on the way, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the next range. That's where we're headed, right?
Grenadiers.
Grenadier.
We'll be on the southeast side. So leaving the Needles for another range.
Well, let's get going.
This is day 4 of our traverse through the Needles and Grenadier ranges in Colorado. So far on this trip, we have traveled over 25 miles. If you want to see that journey, go check out episode 1. But today, our goal is to make the trek from Sunlight Lake to our next campsite near 10 Mile Creek. Our objective is a towering mountain fittingly called Storm King Peak. Sitting at a tall 13,752 feet, it is considered a challenging third-class climb. But to reach it, first we need to hike over 7 miles, and the trails aren't all easy going.
Once again, this is brutal. There's where we came from. It's gonna kill me.
But even as the going gets tough, there are times when nature provides a bit of entertainment to break up the pain.
Taking a quick break, we just had to slide down a bunch of snow. How far would you say we've gone so far?
Really, 3.5 miles and 1,500 vert.
That's the pass somewhere up there that we came from. We came all the way to here. Finally made it to the top of this pass. The view is great, but I'm also very tired. I'm glad it was only this far. I'm not sure I could have made it any further.
How much? We go back down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like that, day 4 of our trip comes to its end. This leg of the trip is all about summiting mountains. As we wake up to tackle day 5, the first of my summiting challenges comes into view in the morning light.
Alright, it's about 6 o'clock and we're on our way to the mountain. It's the one we're getting ready to climb.
Are you ready? Oh yeah, I'm ready. I've already climbed a couple mountains this trip. I gotta show Isaac the ropes out here. He didn't want to wake up this morning. We're gonna go crush it.
Yeah. There you have it.
And after a challenging climb, we managed to best His Majesty.
Well, we made it to the top. And honestly, I'm shocked by how calm it is. We just made a couple of cups of coffee and just kind of sat up here and relaxed for a while. But it sounds like in a little while we gotta break camp and keep moving. But here's what the summit looks like on Storm King. Alright, we made it off of Storm King. The view was incredible, if not a bit terrifying. I can see why they call it a king. It really does tower over everything in the close vicinity. But yeah, that was a really awesome climb. I'm glad I did it, even though it was a little bit tough. But yeah, now all that's left is to pack up camp and go on to the next location. Hopefully we're gonna climb a couple of mountains in the Grenadier Range, which are probably going to be very beautiful, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I better focus on walking. Alright, so I just made it back to camp, and I wanted to show you an example of what we're dealing with. This is what aggressive marmots look like. They drug my shoe out. Let's see what they did on the other side. Looks like Darrin might have been safe. So we just got back and we're gonna break camp, but I thought I would show you some of the damage. Whenever I got here, I realized this trekking pole has just been absolutely destroyed, decimated. And yesterday, Darrin's sock just got absolutely shredded. And my shoe also got chewed up in a lot of different places. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, we heard that there was aggressive marmots in this area. Had no idea how aggressive they are. We chased them away so many times and they just keep coming back. This sock got chewed up while we were inside the tent. It wasn't even afraid of us. Anyway, it's about time to pack up our tent and get going to the next location. So I'm gonna do that.
Even though we managed to summit Storm King Peak in the morning, that doesn't mean our day is over. From here, we need to make it to our next site, Vestal Creek, which will require us to walk an additional 7 miles or so, and to deal with some high elevation while scaling the side of these mountains.
Lunchtime. Okay, so we've had our lunch and we're just climbing along this edge. We're sort of trying to find a shortcut through all of this, so hopefully it's a little less far the way we're going. Well, things are going pretty bad at the moment. Just trying to climb the side to get to the shortcut, but I've had a terrible headache. I don't know what's going on. Well, hopefully I'm not too far away from Darrin. He's up ahead. And hopefully it'll go away. So we're on our way to our campsite, but we're now in front of the mountains that we're planning on climbing. Hopefully tomorrow if weather permits.
Yep. Do you know the name of that mountain?
No, I have no idea.
This is Vestal. And that is Wham Ridge. We're right underneath. Very famous Colorado climbing route. And then to its west is Arrow Peak. So tomorrow we're going to try climbing Arrow Peak. And then we'll try climbing Vestal, not on Wham Ridge, but on the Class 2.
After we reach our campsite at Vestal Creek, we get to enjoy some of the better food we have been saving and the beautiful sunset. But the next day is no time to slack off. This time, our objectives are Arrow Peak at a height of 13,803 feet and Vestal Peak at 13,864 feet. Both stand out, but due to the way it was formed and the local geology, Vestal Peak especially is a very unusual and beautiful formation. But as we start out on our summit, not everything goes as planned.
Alright, it's about 6:40. It's a bit later than we wanted to start, I think, but we're on our way. And there it is, imposing. There it is, the first mountain. It also has a massive, almost like a ramp structure that goes up the side of it. And that's what we'll be climbing up. It'll be interesting to see how things go. it up,
You don't know the
what
name
mountain is this?
of it? You don't know the name of it?
I don't know the name of it.
Go ahead and guess.
I don't know.
Just guess.
Amazing Mountain.
Arrow Peak.
Arrow Peak. We made it to the top of Arrow Peak. Well, there was no box up here. How could I tell?
Don't need a box. Yeah. It was a fun climb. Very slabby rocks. About 1,000 feet of elevation gain on pretty solid, probably class 2. And then as you get higher up, there's a trail and there's a rib. You have to choose which side you want to go on, and some decent class 3 plus class 4
It was pretty steep.
climbing moves. Yeah,
it
pretty
was
fun.
pretty
But it should
variable.
be pretty straightforward going down because there's some really solid footing. But
Just take some time.
yeah, my favorite peak so far.
Sadly, with the weather looking questionable and feeling rather worn out from the previous days of climbing, we had to call off the Vestal Peak climb. But that didn't stop us from taking advantage of some snow that was deposited next to Arrow Peak.
Use your feet to slow down.
Making our way back to camp for our last night, we felt a bit sad to leave. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to getting a nice celebratory meal of real food.
All right, we're all packed up, ready to leave. There's the unconquered peak, vestige. Vestal. And yeah, I think today is gonna be one of the fastest days we ever move.
Yep, it's all trail. About 9 miles to the car.
We're planning on having a nice, juicy, celebratory steak. So there's a certain amount of motivation that comes with that.
Next time you see me, I'll be chowing down on a steak. I don't know if I want medium or medium rare.
Medium rare. That's the way to go. This is a good sign.
Get me out of here right now.
Well, I've been left behind on these switchbacks, but hey, we're more than halfway there. This is probably the toughest part. I think he said it was 9 or 10 miles and 2,500 feet elevation. Well, almost all that elevation is here at the end, heading up to Molas Lake. We got a beautiful view going up here, though. I don't want to go too fast, because then I won't be able to take it all in.
Speaking of being able to take it all in, we happened to walk by at just the right time to see something really cool. This is the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. Originally built to take advantage of the mining boom in Colorado, it's now used to carry passengers on tours through these mountains.
Alright, I'm in the home stretch. I think a little less than 500 feet of elevation to go. Not sure how many miles. I am tired though, and I'm almost out of water. So hopefully there's water up there. Alright, it's the final push. That means I'm gonna drink my last little drink of water and push. Yes, another sign. This is a good sign. The parking lot should be not far from here. Yes, I see an orange car. This is a good sign. We made it. 7 days. Anyway, right now, we just need showers, we need steaks, we need Cokes and Pepsis and water and all that good stuff.
And so, our journey came to an end, and I finally got to have my steak. After reaching the car, the total distance for our journey reached a whopping 56.39 miles, or over 90 kilometers. Now, these numbers are based on Darrin's travels, so since I didn't climb some of the mountains around Sunlight Lake, my numbers are probably a bit lower. We ascended a total of around 19,935 feet and descended a total of 17,171 feet. The Needles and Grenadier Ranges are extremely beautiful. They are not easy to get to, and going requires a good amount of planning and training, but the effort is well worth it.
Heck yeah. We made it.
Let me know in the comments if you have been to or are planning to go to any of the places featured in this 2-episode series. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching, and as always, happy hiking.
Alright, so we made it down off of Arrow Shaft Peak up there.
Arrow
What?
Arrow Peak.
Oh, Arrow Peak. And we're getting ready to climb Vestige Peak.
Vestal. Why are you just making
Pigeon Peak, man.